Pressley from Massachusetts.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, family. And indeed, not only are we movement family, but we are one human family. And that's what brings us all to this moment, because we recognize that we're all tied to one another. I want to begin by thanking my sister in service, Representative Ocasio-Cortez. Thank you for your indefatigable, visionary leadership in housing justice and so many other issues of consequence. And I would share those same compliments to Senator Smith. Thank you for both of them, for their leadership and for convening us today to introduce this critical and necessary legislation, the Homes Act. The Homes Act. Everyone should have a home. Not just shelter, not be warehoused, a place of belonging. The Homes Act. I want to express my gratitude also to Aisha Hernandez, Makia Griffin, Noah Hobbs for being here today and sharing your stories. As I've said so often, I look forward to a day where people do not have to weaponize their lived experiences in order to compel action from their government, but I'm grateful for those every time they do it. Every time I return home to my district, the Massachusetts 7th, in every room I'm in, one issue comes up over and over again. Whether I'm in Roxbury or Cambridge, whether I'm in Chelsea or Randolph, and that issue is housing. Today, I'm thinking about the single parent, like the household I grew up in, working 2 minimum wage jobs, sleeping in their car because rent has skyrocketed beyond their reach. I'm thinking about the veteran who served our country only to be left to battle their PTSD on the streets because they can't find a place to call home. I'm thinking of the elderly couple who lived in their community for decades, pushed out by gentrification, and left to watch as luxury condos are built over the homes they raised their children in. These stories are an indictment of the nationwide failure to ensure that housing, a fundamental human right, is accessible to all. The rent is just too damn high. But let me be clear. This housing crisis is not a natural disaster. It is a man-made catastrophe, born from decades of repeatedly prioritizing profits over people. You know, very often progressives in our righteous indignation are misunderstood, or some people give us a bad rap for being too bold, too urgent, too aspirational, too ambitious. Well, I'm all right with being audacious enough to believe that housing is a human right and everyone deserves a home. I will be on that side of history. The Homes Act is more than just legislation. It is a lifeline. It's a visionary solution that recognizes housing is a public good, a simple truth. This bill would create more than 400,000 jobs, build and preserve 1.25 million housing units that are actually affordable. When a child has a stable home, they can focus on their education. When parents aren't burdened by crushing rent, they can invest in their family's future. When seniors age in place, they can remain vital members of the communities they help to build. Housing is a public good. And this bill is about more than just bricks and mortar. It's about righting the wrongs of racist housing policies that excluded communities of color for decades. We can create. I'm just audacious, ambitious, and aspirational enough to believe that we can create a society where everyone is safe, has access to safe, stable, and affordable housing, is not just a right, but a reality for all. Another world is possible, and we are building it together. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. All right.